Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if I'm going to do another video after this. I'm still toying with the idea. In my previous upload I would have given you the option whether you wanted to see it. I might do a poll as well, but polls don't really work on my channel because we are all of 33 people here, or 35 maybe even now. But I have put a poll up, so I think this might be the last one, so I thought we'd do something fun, and we're going to let the random wheel of names pick our reads for the week. So the physical books we have left that I introduced in like the first video of the month, of spooky season, shall we say. We still have a few left physically, and then I have a few on my Kindle. So the first one is Sleep Tight by C.S. Green. Don't know what any of these are about, so just bear with. But this is the first book. Then we have The Deception of Harriet Fleet. I've looked up all the, what is it called, genres, and they're all like thriller slash, yeah, and then I have some paranormal as well. And then we have Things Bright and Beautiful, You'd Look Better as a Ghost, Adrift. I've been dying to read this book. And then we have 4 books on my Kindle. The first one is The Redwood Asylum, which is a paranormal horror. We have The Haunted Hideout, again another paranormal horror. The Exorcist House, which is another paranormal horror. And then we have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, which is a thriller. I've already put it all in the random wheel of names, so I need to remember to screen record this. My screen is recording and we are going to spin the wheel. It's lagging a bit. The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. So that's going to be our first book. I'm just going to do all of them now because it's better for me just to pack my books away and just keep my space tidy. So we'll remove that. And next, You'd Look Better as a Ghost. That's supposed to be like more of a comedy thriller, so I'm very excited for that as well. And then the last one we will read for the week is going to be Haunted Hideout. That's very excited. So we have 2 Kindle books and 1 physical book. So I'm very excited. I'll let you guys know when I start reading this, but I'm going to start with The Boyfriend as it was the first one we chose. My lights just died, so that is a sign I need to get off camera, but I will let you guys know when I start The Boyfriend. I'm very excited. It's Frida McFadden's newest book. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I start reading. Everyone, so sorry for the way I look again. I am not feeling great today. I'm actually going to the doctor because I woke up, it keeps getting worse and not getting better. Yeah, I have clothes on because I'm going to the doctor, but I haven't put on any makeup. I'm just not in the mood, but I have an update. I am 54% through The Boyfriend and it's really intriguing me. That was very quick for me. I don't normally read that fast. Well, sometimes I do, but I almost dropped this. If a book is good enough, I definitely can get it through it fast. I'm really liking it. We have 2 timeline, so one in the present, one in the past. In the past we have Tom as our main character. He is obsessed and in love with this girl Daisy, but there's something hidden in his past. He ends up doing something really fucked up and he knows that he's now put his relationship with Daisy in jeopardy. He has this best friend called Slug who's a bit of a creep and no one likes him. He eats bugs and is a bit weird, and I feel like he has some connection to the present. In the present timeline we have Sydney, and she is 35 years old and she is beside herself with worry because she is 35, single, no boyfriend, no marriage, no babies, nothing. She feels so far behind all her peers. So she even like hates going on Facebook because she sees baby pictures and marriage and pregnancy shoots, and it's really just pissing her off. She is like a serial dater at the moment. She's on this site called Sin, and I'm assuming it's like Tinder, and she's just had a string of absolutely horrible dates, like the worst one ending in basically an assault. Then she gets saved by this guy, and she calls him mystery man in the beginning because she doesn't know who he is. He saves her from getting in a worse situation. He just leaves her at the end of it, and she's like trying to find him. Then her friend actually gets murdered in her apartment, and she's been dating this guy as well, like this mystery man who is a doctor and is really good looking, and they're about to go steady, but no one knows who he is, his name, nothing. He's just really super mysterious, and then body ends up dead. So they don't even know what is going on. I'm not sure if that's all spoilers, but I'm pretty sure it's not fully. It's very interesting, very intriguing, and I'm hoping to finish this today. It's Frida McFadden. You know what it's like. Crack. Like, you just want to keep knowing what's going on. Not all her books are good, but when she does a good book, she does a good book. A lot of the chapters are ending on like kind of a cliffhanger, so you kind of just want to keep reading. I love short chapters. The longest chapter has been about 13 minutes, and that's my reading speed, so that's not too bad at all. I'm going to keep reading, and I will let you guys know when I'm finished, and we can start the next book. So I have some updates. Firstly, on my health, I do have tonsillitis and it's turned bacterial. So I'm on antibiotics, but I took my first round yesterday and I already feel so much better. I don't sound better, but generally health-wise, I just spat everywhere. I'm feeling so much better. I have like some motivation back. That's great news. Another one, I finished this yesterday, and I finished it early enough to start the second book, The Boyfriend. Firstly, my rating is going to be a 4-star. I really like this. This is the first Frida McFadden book where I was completely bamboozled by the twist. Honestly, I didn't see it coming. I had so many suspicions about who was doing all these things, who the killer was, who the stalker was. I literally thought that I knew it. I knew it. And I was like, it's coming. It has to be first this person, then I changed my mind to this person, and all the fingers were pointing to one direction, and I was literally bamboozled. I was shocked. I've already told you what the book was about, but I feel like this is one of Frida McFadden's better books. I obviously liked Never Lie and The Housemaid. First two books, way better because it just flowed a bit better, but this one was completely the best. It was not predictable. It kept me going. I read it in 2 days, which is very, very good for me because lately I've just been like dragging my feet with reading, and it's literally catapulted me into wanting to read more. But it was written really well. It flowed really well, and I'm very, very surprised. I didn't expect this because The Housemaid is watching was pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that book at all. I'm pleasantly surprised. I did like The Teacher, but it was a little bit taboo and a little bit sensitive topics. I couldn't give it a great rating. I think I gave it a 3 or 3.5, but this was literally a 4. I couldn't rate it any lower. Then, like I said, I already started our next book. I started this last night and then read a bit this morning. I don't know how I feel about this book. Our main female character, her name is Claire. She's pretty unhinged and she's a serial killer. On the back it says, I have a gift. I see people as ghosts before they die. Of course, it helps that I'm the one killing them. So she's a serial killer. She's very, very, very unhinged. She's definitely a narcissistic psychopath because she literally has no emotions. But at the same time, she's actually killing people who deserve to die. So she's kind of like a vigilante. So a lot of people who have either harmed other people, like she offed a guy that was actually abusing her father when he was in a home. Then she offed someone else for blackmailing. She offed a guy who was actually touching young girls. So she's kind of like a vigilante, but she's so unhinged and literally has absolutely no feelings. It's also got dual timelines, so one in the present, one in the past. And as a kid, it sounds like she was abused, like her mother mother wasn't great with her, but her mother could see something evil in her. So her mom starts locking her up in her room, and she's not allowed out her room until her dad gets home, because she's a good little girl in front of her dad, but when she's alone with her mom, she's a little vicious thing. But her mom's dealing with it very wrong, like firstly locking her up, not feeding her, slapping her, pinching her, just very abusive. So I guess that exacerbated her whole serial killer personality. It is very witty and funny, but like I said, she's unhinged, and it's funny to read, but at the same time it's quite serious. I'm loving it. I'm flying through it. I'm currently on page 122, which is, as you know, very fast for me because I'm a very slow reader. I just have a little bit more editing to do. I have tomorrow's video, today's Wednesday, so tomorrow's video is coming out, so I just need to proof watch the video again, do a thumbnail and upload that, and then my wake up video comes out tonight on Wednesdays that I just need to do a thumbnail for and upload, and that's exporting. So I will let you guys know, but I'm hoping to finish this book today. I'm almost halfway. Hopefully we can finish this today or tomorrow morning, and this video would have flown past. I just hope the last book is good as well. But the spinner wheel, it did us really good this time, really good, and I'm really happy. I'm gonna go off and do my thing, and then I will check back in with you guys. Everyone, so my hair does look the same, but I promise it's not dirty. I actually just put in a mask and then put it like this so that when I let it down and it's fully dried, that it will go like wavy. But yesterday my hair definitely was dirty, so I thought I'd wash it this morning, and then it just still looks the same. I still sound really sick, sorry about that. The show must go on. I finished this and I actually just started editing the vlog, and I actually told you mostly what the book was about. The only thing is I liked it. I did like it. It was really fast paced. It was well written. It wasn't as funny as I thought it would be, but it is really witty. And the main female character, Claire, honestly, she's so dry and she's so antisocial. Like it's mental. There's a lot of character development towards the end, but when you find out why she is like she is, it kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't excuse what she's doing as a serial killer. But I really did enjoy it, and I finished it so quickly, and I was shocked because especially physical books don't take me as quick to read as my Kindle books do. But I finished it, and I'm going to give this a 4-star as well. I was toying with 3.75 or 4, but it felt like a 4. I just went through it really quickly. There wasn't much of like a storyline as such. There was a little bit of the twist, and there was like resolution at the end, but ultimately it didn't really have a plot line. It was more of like a character study into the life of Claire as a serial killer and why she does what she does. But I really did enjoy it. It went really quick. I'm really glad I got it, because the shop assistant, when I went to buy this, couldn't stop talking about how funny she thought this was. I didn't find it that funny, like I said, but it was a really good book, and I'm really glad I got it and I flew through this. Last night, I decided I would go ahead and get a little bit of a start on Haunted Hideout. It was pretty late, and I read about 9% of the book, and it freaked me out. It literally, I have like these lights in my bedroom, and I kind of just leave them up all the time. The TV was casting a shadow on my light over here, and the shadow was cast on like my shutters, and I shit myself. I was so freaked out. So this is already feeling very spooky, and I have a feeling I need to read the other 2 Kindle books before this month is over. But this was really freaky. It's a little bit slow, but I'm hoping it will pick up soon. I'm only about 20% in. What chapter is that? Let's have a look. It is also part of a series I've seen, but I am on page 18. It's part of a 7-book series. I don't know if I will continue the series because the books are all about 385 pages, so it depends on how it ends and how spooked I want to be. The story is kind of following a family who has had a run-in with a cartel. So the father, or the husband, his name's Liam, he was gunned down and murdered, but he was meant to be in Bermuda on on a work trip. He's a partner. He works for a hedge fund. Is that what it's called? I have no idea what it even is. I've never even heard of those things except in the movie. So he works for a hedge fund as an accountant, and they expect him to be away on this business trip, and then he ends up being found in a river and he was gunned down. But then we find out that he was actually an informant for the FBI, so his family are now in danger. So they get rounded up and taken to a secluded house in another state, completely on the border of Canada, and they kind of now just need to live new lives because they're under witness protection. But the house that they're staying in was vacant for an entire year. Every family that moved in just moved out immediately and was scared out. So they kind of starting to experience some paranormal activity. They just went through a heavy ordeal, so they're kind of just talking it up to be, oh, it's because we're tired, it's because we're grieving, it's because the kids are troubled. Like, there's all these excuses, but things are happening already and we're only 20% in. So I'm very excited to keep reading this. It's probably going to be spooky at night. The more reading I get done today, I'll probably get to the better part this evening. So very excited for this. I'll let you guys know how I feel. And yeah, that will be the last book in the video, which I'm really excited about. Good morning, friends. So I still sound bunged up, but as you can see, I actually put on some makeup today, so I am feeling a little bit better. We finished our final book, which was The Haunted Hideaway. What I told you was basically the premise of the book. I was literally duped by it because it said it was 380 pages, but it wasn't. It was actually only 150 pages, and then she had some promo for her other books and then a completely different novel at the back, which I had no interest in. So it was only 150 pages. It went really fast, and I was happy that we actually completed this in a good time, or in a timiest amount, or a timiest fashion, and I enjoyed it. It was creepy, but some of the scenes where they described like the specters or the ghost, it was just a little bit too far-fetched, like them being solid beings using weapons that they brought from like the past. And for me, that depiction of like the paranormal wasn't for me, because I watch a lot of horror, especially paranormal horror, watch ghost hunting, like it's my thing. Like I'm determined to find something that looks real, and due to that I freak myself out all the time. So this book wasn't anything new, it wasn't anything I hadn't seen before or read before, so I gave that a 3-star. What I explained was the premise of the book, because I think I was at 38% when we spoke. Was it 38, or maybe it was 9 or 10%? I can't remember. What I described then was exactly what happened, except it picked up really quickly, hence the book being so short. So yeah, I'm really happy we read those. The first 2 books in this video were actually my favorite. First, we read The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Like I said, it was fast-paced. The twist I didn't even expect. I didn't expect it, and that never happened. So that we gave a 4-star to, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I would recommend that you guys read it as well. Frida McFadden is really easy to read and to understand, and you can just fly through those books. It's the best books to bring you out of a slump, which it definitely did for me. Then we read You'd Look Better as a Ghost. I did like this book. It was very fast-paced again. It was very witty, very unhinged, and quite interesting the way she chose to write the book. Like, the anti-hero is actually the hero of the book, so it was a weird choice to do, but it was thoroughly entertaining, and I got through it really fast. And with physical books, I do read a bit slower. I flew through those, so very happy I finally got to read it, and thank you to that shop assistant, I don't even know what her name is, for suggesting it to me. Really enjoyed it. I think it is a debut novel as well, so I'd love to see what else she does and how her writing develops. So this we gave another 4-star to, and then like I said, read The Haunted Hideout, and that is a 3-star. So very successful video. I was thoroughly freaked out by the last one, literally reading it at night and shadows casting in my room, but as a whole it wasn't like scary, but I did enjoy every single minute doing it. So we have 1 video left for the spooky season. I don't know how successful this has been, but I enjoyed doing it, so I'm going to go ahead, and you'll probably see me in the same outfit because I'm about to intro that video now, so I can just get started because we only have a few days left. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please remember to click that thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe, and also click the bell icon for notifications every time I upload. But other than that, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.